If you've seen the movie Coraline, you've probably already gotten rid of those rag dolls with buttons on their eyes from your childhood. But if this movie wasn't enough to make you throw them away, believe me, after hearing the real story, you won't need any more reason to do so. Neil Gaiman, the creator of Coraline, explained in an interview that he drew on a personal experience to write this story. When I was a kid, I lived in Hampshire, United Kingdom, in a cold, lonely town away from the noise of the cities. There were literally no crimes committed in the area. Children went outside alone, played late into the night, and even camped out in the woods without any adult supervision. The only thing that frightened the children were the stories that were told about an old lady who lived in the forest. This lady lived with her orphan granddaughter. Her parents had died in a fire that raged in the house. The story told that the old lady went into the flames but could only save the little girl. They call her a witch for going into the flames, although any grandfather would have done the same for his grandson, wouldn't he? The few who had seen the old lady remarked that her appearance was quite frightening. She was very reserved and seemed filled with hatred. Later, they started calling her Bad Mother. As the little girl grew, she wouldn't let her leave the house, fearing that something might happen to her. Nobody had seen the child's face for years. People could only hear her laugh, cry, and screams. Among the local kids, they would always dare each other to be the first one to see the little girl. Rumor had it that she had lost her face in the fire or that she couldn't speak because she had no contact with other children. One night, Neil and his friends camped in the woods near the old lady's house. That way, when everything was dark, they would sneak over and look through the windows. However, once there, they saw that the lights were off. One of Neil's friends was encouraged and went inside. Although it wasn't what they had planned, they all followed him. When they were inside, they were struck by the looks of the house. It looked as if time had not passed. It smelled like old stuff mixed with must and dampness. They found small clothes and toys that confirmed the presence of the girl. They followed the trails that led them to a door. The kids opened it, and to their surprise, it was a little girl's room. However, there was something strange going on. There was only a baby crib, but the granddaughter must have been 10 years old by then. As they got closer to the crib, one of them let out a scream of horror. In the cradle was a semi-carbonized lump of flesh. It had no eyes, but buttons instead. It had no mouth either, but a smile sewed on it. After the scream, the silence was broken by the creaking of a door. The old lady was staring at them with a doll in her hand. The children screamed and ran to the window. When Neil was the only one left to get out, the old lady grabbed his foot and dug her nails into his leg. His friends pulled him and managed to free him. At that moment, the police arrived, alerted by the screams. The old woman was locked up in an asylum. The detectives searched the house, and they found in the basement many files with the information of all the children of town along with books of witchcraft. A few days later, under the floor of the house, they discovered the remains of a girl who had disappeared. During the interrogation, the old lady stated that she wanted to transfer her granddaughter's soul into the body of a real girl. To achieve this, she used a doll, the same doll she was holding when she tried to kill the boys. Finally, she claimed that her granddaughter was anxious to come back to life. After hearing this, the police went looking for the doll, but never found it. So, just in case, never trust a doll. If you want more videos like this one, check out the Lost Movie of Monsters, Inc. See you in the next one!